Hey everyone, it's Gankun and the day's finally here. We are opening today Ultraman card game BP03 Shadows of Undying Vengeance. We have Ultraman Belial here on the box, the American artwork, really cool. We have a bunch of random Ultraman toys I've dug up from Toy Box, 20 years old for some of these things, like some of the old Zeton, Baltons aging. Um, Softbee toys, and we're all excited to open up BP3 and see what kaijus we get today. So, yeah, Dury and I have been really looking forward to this set. Every time we have a reveal, we've been doing the reveal videos and discussing about the cards we're looking forward to make. Personally, I'm looking forward to playing a Ultraman Mebius Ginga combination. I think there's a lot of cool things that pair can bring that you didn't have in BP2. Durian's been playing around with a lot of kaiju builds. I'm excited to see what he has cooking for our next deck battles. And yeah, you know the drill. We're going to go through this box, open everything, go through all the cards that we're excited about, and start from there. So let me get some scissors and we will start opening this first box. So yeah, PP3. We have same thing as before, 24 packs in here, 12 cards a pack, though there's supposed to be some new changes that we're looking forward to confirming today. The increase of pull rates in BPs 2 and 3, you typically have only 2, sometimes 3 rares for a given box. And now we have up to 4. I'm wondering if we even can get 5 box or 5 triple R's in a single box. Um, so with that, we can have basically for the same price of this box, we're able to get twice as many rares. With the case of this, I'm hoping that we'll eventually get to a full playset of everything. I think for both BPs 1 and 2, we ended up having to buy a fair number of singles to complete all the playsets we wanted after opening things. So fingers crossed. We should also be seeing twice the number of APs. Normally we have 1 AP in a box, and if we have 2 here, then we'll pretty much be able to get that AP set closer. Before, I've heard things like a case is supposed to have 2 SP cards guaranteed. We'll have to try and check that once we've opened a case. We don't have any data points on BP1 for that number, but we'll see what other people, what you guys are getting, and go from there. So first we have the box topper, Alien Metron, a really interesting kaiju card. For this one, when it enters play, you may reveal the top card of your opponent's deck, and if it's a hero card, you can give one of your characters plus 1,000, and return the revealed card to the top or the bottom of the deck. Kind of funny. Curious that if you're going to like turns 8 beyond, everyone just has 1 card in hand. Maybe playing this as a clutch card will be able to give you put basically the opponent's card that you don't want, put at the bottom. That plus 1,000 can also help. Curious to see where this would fit in a competitive deck, but definitely a fun card to use nevertheless. So we're going to get started. 24 packs of BP3. So I'm going to set these to the side here, and we'll just start opening packs. All right, so first pack of the day, and let's see what we can get. So yeah, some of the things with this set, we have a lot of new characters, like we have here Nexus, Ginga, a lot of new kaiju cards, and with this we have a lot of new sets that hopefully you guys can find a really cool deck to put together. And if there's any requests for decks, put a shout in the comments, and Durian and I will figure something out and add them to our deck battles. So starting off, Ultraman Nexus, the new card here, Ultraman Orb, another new character. We have some more support for Decker, the level 3 Decker Flash type, Ultraman Belial, Vanilla Common, 17k on a triple, Dark Mephisto, one of the new Kaiju cards that can go to 5 and 6. The 6 one's really powerful on double. One of the new scene cards here, Ultraman Art, Clash of Light and Evil, based on the movie. And we have Double R. So Gormara, Ancient Monster. With this one, when you play it, for every 2 cards in your opponent's hand, you get, or this character gets a plus 1,000. So really interesting in an early game situation. Oh, and actually, just like what we're talking about here, the level 6 Dark Mephisto double or single R. With this, when you play these as a double, pretty much you get to use this as an activate, and you can send the top card of your opponent's deck to the discard area and then give this character plus 1,000 for the turn. Or, if it's a Kaiju card, you can do that. Otherwise, if it's a non-Kaiju card, which will probably be pretty common, you get to give an opponent's character minus 1,000, and you get to use this every turn. So you have 15k here. You can effectively make it into 16k or spread that power if you're able to get a non-Kaiju card from your opponent's deck. So finishing up this pack, we have Ultraman Ginga, another new character. We have a new set of Ultraman Geed cards for Magnificent form. We have Ultraman Decker here and Dark Bluegill. If you watch our other video, the level 6 Dark Bluegill is what we're looking forward to the most. But this one, when you play it as a single, or it's level 5, you get to, on play, send an opponent's scene with round 2 back to the discard area. And more importantly, when you play this and you can get it to a level 6 double, you have a really powerful card that will also lock in an opponent from being able to level up that next turn. So we'll set our commons to the side and start going through the next pack. So yeah, we still have about 2 rares a pack. And I think it looks like it's a better pull rate. I mean, we started off with the double R, but we'll have to see going through the box. So same first card on this set. We have the level 3 Ultraman Nexus. We have Ultraman Geed here, Ultraman Belial. We have another Gamora, so the level 5 to go with this card. This one, when you have against type basic, comes an extra, but if you know about the new Belial Triple R, you're able to discard a card for this type of card to bump it to a 12. We have Thunder Killer, the level 5 for a fusion monster we had in a previous set. Another Arc Scene, and we have the Ultraman Zero rare, and this one's a neat new one. We talked about it before. If you have for each 0 you have with this card, you give a plus 1,000. So pretty much by turn 5, if you're playing mono 0, this comes down as a 9k and pretty handy overall. Oh, and speaking of, so here this pack had 3 rares, so that's definitely something we didn't have in BP1 as far as, or BP2 as well, as far as I'm aware. So we have the level 1/0, we have the level 5 Arc, which is the draw 2, you may put card back to the bottom of the deck, and then the big boss himself, Ultraman Belial, Triple R, very similar to the Mebius effect. You can discard a card from hand and give a BP grade increase of another Belial card or a Kaiju. Well, so I guess some limitations and differences between this and Mebius. It does have to be a non-hero card, so pretty much a Kaiju or a scene card, and it can only power up a Belial card or a Kaiju with an EX rating, so or EX BP grade, such as the earlier we were looking at the Thunder Killers. So really excited. We have our first triple rare of the set, and let's set our rares here. Let's set the uncommons aside and get a sleeve for the Belial. So here we go, Ultraman Belial. Hopefully we can get even 8 of these. I'm sure between Dirty and I, there's a lot of Kaiju decks and possibilities there. Whether you have just Ultraman Belial and a ton of Kaijus to play around with, maybe you pair him with another card that'll get you draw, like Jugulus Jugular, and you have like a duo character and then rest Kaiju deck. Unfortunately, Belial does, like we mentioned, have to discard a non-hero card, so it's tricky to pair him with anyone else, but I'm sure there's combinations out there that people will make work. So we have Nexus, another Ultraman Geed, Ultraman Z Gamma Future, Jugulus Jugular, another Thunder Killer, the new scene card for Belial, First Day of the End of the World, With this one, if you have Belial out, you can activate it and give all of your Kaijus, level 5 and 6 Kaijus at least, plus 1,000 for the turn and send it to the discard. Turn 4 scene if you see it, so it's pretty much something you can use to try and end the game. And here we have Ultraman Mebius, the new single R, level 3. This one, based on the number of discards you have, if it's a double or triple, you can give it plus 1,000 or plus 2,000 if you have 10 or 20 discards, respectively. So definitely an interesting card. I'm still trying to figure out a deck to make this work. I feel like maybe something like Mebius Blazar can discard just enough cards to actually pull off the 20 cards in discard and another Dark Mephisto. And here we have, Nexus, the Mebium Knight Blade uncommon. This one lets you send the top 3 cards of your deck to discard, similar to the other uncommon. However, instead of giving plus 2,000 power, you're able to send a card to discard and draw a new card. Level 6 Belial, the Ginga scene. Looking forward to this one the most for a Mebius Ginga deck. Trying to basically, if you have a double or triple Ginga, you can take the bottom card, put it in your hand, give plus 2,000 to 2 single or double characters. I think you can play Mebius in a way that complements that scene card. So this is pack number 3, and we'll speed things up to get through all 24 packs. So we have Ultraman Nexus, Ultraman Zero, Ultraman Z, Jugular, Chiraloid, another set of Kaijus that pair well with Belial being able to BP increase themselves. All of them have EX BP grades. You have the My Name scene for Ultraman Geed. This one will be able to give any of your, if you have Geed out, you can give one of your character types, any character type power. So a lot of different things that can play into. So now we have the Double R Ultraman Belial Giga Battlenizer, same one we have on the beautiful pack art here, done by David Lopez. If I ever see him, I definitely want to get him to sign a copy of this card, because I definitely think this one looks pretty top-notch amongst all the arts we have in this set. I think even if you have the the Volume 2 Special Collection promo packs, I believe this is a card that you'll be able to get in Japanese, and in English we'll get the Japanese version of this art. So Ultraman Z, the new Beta Crescent Slash, really neat card for Z, giving him some solid 17k power options, 13k double, and you can activate it to get rid of one of your scenes to try and get a Z from potentially 3 cards from the top of your deck. Ultraman Nexus, the Mebius we saw earlier, some more Belial cards, the Jugular Dies scene. This is probably one of Darian's favorite so far with his theory crafting. With this one, if you have Jugular out, you can choose a card from your opponent's hand, reveal it. If it's a character card, which you have a pretty good chance of hitting, you can give 2 of your characters plus 1,000 for the turn. It's not as powerful as, let's say, the Nexus or the Ginga scenes, but at the same time, it's a lot more consistent. It requires a lot less setup to pull off, and being able to split the 1,000 between 2 characters gives you a lot of options to flip lanes. So we have the Ultraman Belial card there, and we'll go through our next set. So I think this is pack number 4, and let's get moving. So Ultraman Orb, Ultraman Mebius, Ultraman Z, Gamora, Pandanium Zeton, another level 5 version of some of the previous level 6 fusion monsters we had, a Gil Arc, the Gil Arc Double R, so this is the one that lets you discard 5 cards and find a scene. So really important if you're using Arc for any scene cards. This is the reprint of the man who created Scarred. We actually got this from the Zero Beyond the Stars Japanese BP03 pack we opened the other day, and this is the reprint. This is the card that actually has an EXP version in this set, so fingers crossed we can actually try and get one of those too. Set this aside. Ultraman Ginga, Ultraman Geed, Jugular, the Geed Identity. This is the scene you're going to want to play if you're doing any Kaiju decks around Belial. This one lets you change the type of heroes to fix a bad matchup for the EX cards. let's open this next pack. So we have Ultraman Nexus, Zero, Belial, Jugular, Skull Gamora, the Ultraman Z scene for this set, and here we have the new Double R Ultraman Geed. This one looks really cool. I think this might be Chris's favorite art. I think David Lopez was really killing it this set. This is a scene searcher for Ultraman Geed, so it lets you open a lot of new options for this set. And then Ella King, classic Kaiju, and with this one, if you have lead, when this character enters play, you can basically disable and prevent your opponent from resolving any of their on-play effects. So really handy card. If you can pull it off, you can definitely change the pace of the game very easily. Ultraman Nexus, if you're building a Nexus deck, you'll probably want to consider this one as well. Being able to have a Blazar-like effect where you can reveal the top 3 cards and then decide to send up to 2 of them to discard to basically rearrange the next card you're getting. Ultraman Zero Beyond, Akira Lloyd 2, another one we talked about. Pairs well with Nexus, Belial. If you play it as double, you have 14k, and then you can use the Belial effect to bump it up to 16k. So right now we're, I think 5 packs in, and we still have 1 Triple R. So we're supposed to get 3 more at least here, so let's keep an eye out, see if we get those. Orb, Z, Jugular, Pandanium Zeton. Oh, and this is our AP cards. So we have the Z scene again. So this is the level 3 double R, I think, for Ultraman Geed. This is a really cool one that if you discard a card from your hand, you can basically make this character's battle opponent of type power armed, a BP grade decrease of 1. So in most cases, as long as you have the same number of cards as your opponent, you'll be able to beat them with this. And yeah, really cool AP card. And I think I noticed, so this is neat. I think we had a pack with 3 rares. So, oh, okay, so not only 3, we actually have 4 rares because I forgot about the scene. So we have a AP card, we have a double R, we have a rare scene, and then we have another triple R. If Ultraman card game had the same concept of like a god pack, like some other card games do, this I guess would be it. We have 4 rares, including an AP and a triple R, and a double R. So we have the full set. Orb, Lloyd, and Dark Lugiel. So yeah, we have Ultraman Belial, the triple R. We have the Geed double R for searching for scenes. We also have the Man Who Created Scarred rare card, and we have another Ultraman Belial triple R. So we're halfway through pretty much being able to build a Belial set with just this one box. I guess if you're even lucky enough, you maybe get even 4 triple rares of the same kind, and then your box would be an entire playset for one of the characters. So we'll have our AP card. I'll set this one aside here. We should have 2 of them in the box, and let's see what we continue to get. So that means we should be about halfway through our triple Rs, but fingers crossed we can get maybe a 5th one. So we have Ginga, Ultraman Geed, we have Decker, Zeton there, Gil Arc, Scene, the Nexus double R, and the Decker single R, Nexus or Belial, Dark Lugiel. 2 really important cards, I think, that came out in this set. The Nexus double R, so instead of having a scene searching double R, this one lets you draw a card and then put a card from the top or bottom of your deck. This helps twofold. One, it gives you some consistency. You can cycle out a card you don't necessarily like from your hand, and it helps you set up the Labyrinth scene for Nexus. If you have a scene in your hand, put it back on top of your deck, activate Labyrinth, and then get that extra power. And then Decker, this is a card I've been scared about if I have to face a Decker deck. If you have the triple character already out, which you're typically building, when you have an Ultraman Decker deck, this character gets a plus 3,000 for the turn. So Decker alone, the triple R's effect will bump him to 12k as a single, and the on-play will bump itself even further to a 15k. And not many decks can really deal with a 15k single in a later part of the game. So that will definitely lock you in any type matchups if you're playing Decker this season. So continuing on, we have Nexus, Zero, Belial, Zeton, Pandanium Zeton, the Scene card here, and the Ultraman Z. Again, we have this one. We have the Nexus single R for drawing a card. This one, reveal 3 and put 1 discard. And here we have the Orb triple R. So if you haven't seen the Orb triple R, it was one of the first triple R's highlighted this set. This one, when you play as a triple, you can draw 2 cards and give one of your orbs plus 1,000 for their turn. Really important with an orb deck. You're going to have a huge card advantage, and you can use that to run the game in your favor. And you do have the weakness of it being a 16k, but when on the turn you play it, it will be a 17k, and orb will have other ways of addressing that gap. So 3 triple R's so far, orb and the 2 Belials. So off to a great start. I don't think we've opened anywhere near half our packs. And we have 3 triple R's. This would have been considered a really great box for BP1, and we still have more to go. So Ginga, Zero, Decker, Jugular, Gomorrah, Scene, Zero, and Zeton. So level 1 Zero we talked about earlier, and the new level 6 Zeton. Basically, this is going to prevent your opponents from doing anything with BP grades like Mebius's or Gingas or Deckers. If your opponent for this one has a BP grade increase, you can treat it as EX, which is a 20k. So similar to the promo Zeton, if you activate its criteria for the EX, you're not going to be able to beat it. So yeah, Ginga, Orb, Jugular, the Labyrinth Scene we're talking about. This one, really cool and important for Nexus. Even if you don't have the special criteria, you can give an opponent character minus 2,000. However, if you have it set up where you have Nexus out, you send the top card of your deck to a discard, and it's a Scene card, which is where the other one comes in handy, you can give 2 of your characters plus 2,000. So you're getting 4,000 extra power. That's going to lock in any games if you pull that off. So I think with that, probably things like Orb or Blazer will be really nice pairings with Nexus. You're going to be able to have a lot of cards and get to that Scene effect for Labyrinth. So Orb, Zero, Decker, Belial, level 5 Ella King, Z Scene, level 2 double R Ginga. This is Ginga's Scene Searcher. Discard 5 for a Scene, and if you're playing Ginga and you get that Scene in your hand and you set it all up, you're gonna have a good time and win that deck or win that battle. Ella King, another Ginga, another Geed, Kirloid, and the Geed Scene or Kaiju Scene, I guess. Okay, next pack. And overall, it's been a really fun set to open. I'm happy seeing just more rares. It's always nice to hit. Makes you feel better about buying a full box. And a lot of new Kaijus. I think you have more versatility in the toolbox for this set, both getting support to old characters, new characters, and being able to build new decks that you were otherwise not able to really explore in BP1. People have been asking for putting together a Kaiju deck for a while, and I'll say before this, a Kaiju deck, you could try and make certain things work, but it would be hard to make a full Kaiju deck work consistently and competitively. This one, I think, is where you can actually make Kaijus in a semi-consistent fashion that if you play it right, your opponent really won't know how to get out of that situation. So, Nexus, or Belial, Jugular, Arc, the Gil Arc, and the Ginga level 1. This one's a draw 2 and put 1 at the bottom of your scene. I think what I like so far about Ginga and Mebius is that combination I've been thinking about playing is that, Ginga has the discard 5. You do lose a little bit of power because this one, or discards because this lets you draw 2 as opposed to discarding 3. So instead of getting those 2 discards, you're getting a Ginga, but you can use a 2/3 Ginga with that triple R and you can have a 17k lane 3 and not have to discard any cards to do so. So really good for taking those Mebius scene leads. So next set we have the new rare Geed. This one you can return the top of a double G to your owner's hand, so it's a similar guy like Bounce Effect. Plus 1000, you never know when that comes in handy. You have the level 5, so you're drawing Belial card, reveal top 3 cards, and you get to keep a Kaiju, so similar to the Ultra Heroes. So yeah, any Belial deck probably want to run 4 of those. It'll help with the consistency issues you might otherwise see with a Kaiju, and get the right Kaiju tool you need in your hand, and if you have that, no one will really be able to beat you. So Ginga, Geed, Zeton, Thunder Killer, Scene. Oh, okay, so we have the other AP for this pack, and actually, so we have 2 of those packs that have 4 cards. I don't know if every AP has this pack, or it's just coincidence. So, unlike the previous one, we have the AP card. So this is the AP Ella King we were talking about earlier. Really excited actually to see Kaiju APs that we didn't really have as much in the previous sets. We have we have a rare, we have a double rare for Ginga again, and another rare. So instead of getting rare, double rare, triple rare, we have rare, double rare, rare. But really neat to see these packs. If you go to a Galaxy Cup or locals and you get some packs for playing, this would be the pack you'd want to come home with. And let's get Ella King in a sleeve. And sorry, Geed, I know that AP looks really cool, but this is a Kaiju set, so we'll put Kaijus in the front. Alright, so I think we're past halfway of our box. Let's see how many packs we have left. Actually, good number. For 2 APs and 3 triple rares, we still have 9 packs left. So we'll go through those and see what we can get. So I hope everyone's been able to get their hands on BP03 and enjoying it. Definitely looking forward to the next set of Galaxy Cups and what decks people put together. I think we'll see what the meta in Japan comes up with. They'll have a lot more data points to put together for their challenging Galaxy Cups, and then see what kind of decks people in the States also have that might compete with that. So Ginga double R, another Mebius rare, and some more commons. See, I think we'll have to probably wait a month, is my guess, for Japan to really see what deck takes off the most. A lot of the decks seem equally competitive now, so it'll be a little while to figure out what works. My take is that Kaiju decks could be very strong, but at the same time, I see them having trouble to get far in Japan's competitive format. It's a lot of best of 1 games, and then I think they do top 8 from there, but Kaijus are really tricky to get right. They can be strong, but with the lack of draw cards and lack of common level ups, you have to get the right ratio, otherwise you won't really be able to build a triple or a solid double, and a decent Ultraman deck with good ratios will be able to build some triples to just box you out of that game. So here's to hoping Belial has enough tricks up its sleeve to be just as competitive. So, or Belial, Jugular, Killer, and oh, okay. So let's see. This is not one of those weird bunch of rare packs, but we actually do still have 3. So I think this is like what we had in BP 1 and 2. We have 2 rares in a pack. So we have the Gil Arc and the Belial, and our first SP card. So this was a lucky box for sure. We have the Jugular SP level 7. So this is the triple rare for this character. This one, you may choose a card at random from your opponent's hand, and you can reveal, they'll reveal it. If it's a character card, you can give the battle opponent of one of your Jugulars BP grade decrease of 1. So pretty much when he comes on play, as long as you don't pick a scene card from your opponent's hand, it probably should win that lane, whichever it's in, which is really important to be able to have these type of ways to close a game and secure that win. So as much as I like Ella King, I have to put the SP card in the front. So what? I think we have 6 packs left. We should still have one more Triple R. I'd be surprised if we had anything else regarding APs or SPs at this point. But let's finish strong and see what we get. So Nexus, Orb, Belial, Jugular, Mephisto, Gil Arc, the Alien Balton Double R. I think I had the Japanese version of this one as well in our Beyond the Stars box opening the other day. This one sent top 3 cards. Both characters' decks a discard, and every 2 Kaijus you get plus 1,000. Going to be a lot of fun when that new BP04 Kaiju comes out. Zeton, Scene, and then Nexus, Mebius, Jugular, and the Geet Scene. Alright, 5 packs to go. Hope everyone's tagging along and enjoying this video and all of the other videos Chris and I have been putting together. We're looking forward to a bunch of new battles for this set. I think we'll have a lot of fun putting together our favorite picks and seeing what we come up with. So, Thunder Killer, Gil Arc. We have maybe 3 rares in this box or pack. Mebius triple or single R, Dark Mephisto single R, and the legendary Ultraman Nexus triple R. This is one. If you're building a Nexus deck, very important one. This is a card that has it has an on-play effect, and then when you can use this to actually clear an opponent's scene, or take a scene from your discard pile and put it at the top of your deck, which is going to be able to help you activate your Labyrinth scene, and you're also able to give one of your Ultra Heroes a plus 2,000. So gets rid of scenes, sets up Labyrinth, or plus 2,000 on top of all that. So really solid effect for a triple R for a Nexus build. I think Nexus Blazer is definitely the one I've been trying to put together ideas for. I think it's going to be pretty competitive, but I think can still be fine-tuned, and I'm sure there's something even better out there. Chris has floated the idea of a Nexus Tiga deck, which I think could have a lot of promise if done right. So 2 rares and 3 more packs to go. Let's see. So still hoping for that 5th triple rare, because there were a couple packs or boxes of BP1 and 2 we had that did have 3 in a box. So scene card, Jugular, the double R. This one lets you look for a scene, and the Ultraman Orb single R to draw 2 cards and then put 1 back at the bottom of the deck. And a bunch more commons. So final 2 packs. Let's see what we get, and then we'll review everything we had pulled today. Alright, so Ginga, Zero, Belial, Jugular, Arc, Scene. Okay, so we did get the really cool Dark Lugiel card. Actually, yeah, I'm surprised we hadn't pulled one yet today. So this is the one, could be really broken. I think we had a thumbnail for one of our videos on this one. Let me see if we get it to focus. So with this one, basically you have the ability on play your opponent's this character's battle opponent will not be able to level up in the next turn. So if you play this very early on when your opponent has only a single or double out, and you know that they would otherwise need it to get their play or their game plan working, you can lock them out, and that can really turn a game in your favor if your opponent is not able to start a chain of events that they were otherwise expecting to win the game with. So, last pack, Nexus, Zero, Belial, Balton, Ella King, and my name. And for our rares, we have Ultraman Z and Mephisto. And then Nexus, Z, Jugular, and the Jugular Scene. So, just to recap everything we got, so from 24 packs, we had 4 triple Rs, we had 1 Nexus, 1 Orb, and 2 Belial cards. And then we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 double Rs, and a good number of single Rs, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 35 rares. I actually don't remember what this compares to for BPs 1 and 2, but the fact that we can have sometimes 3 rares or more in a single box probably means we're getting a lot more of these in general. And then our AP, so this one we got the SP, so this would be a bonus, but we have the Jugular SP, the signed card, the Geed level 3 AP card, and the Ella King AP card. So with this is our opening for BP03 Kaiju set, the Shadows of Undying Vengeance, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Really excited to see this and put these cards together. Still need to get Gingas, I suppose, since I don't have any of those, but we're on our way to putting together a really nice Kaiju deck. Maybe Belial Orb, if we can think of something, or we have some things with Jugular. Maybe even Orb Nexus could be a fun pairing if we figure something out. So, hope everyone enjoyed this video. Leave a comment on anything you guys look forward to seeing in this set, and we'll try and put together some kind of either pack battles. We'll definitely do something like that for this set. Some deck battles on decks featured in BP3, and we'll even try to think of some other content we can create. I'll probably get a box of Japanese BP3 at some point. That way we can then do an art comparison of the English and Japanese art of the set. I really like the Ultraman Belial art in English, but the Japanese art is definitely on another level, so looking forward to trying to get my hands on one of those. Hope everyone enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.